wanted one where I could feel like the trainers were pretty legit, like they know their stuff, and they're not the kind that's like fluffed up by some creative marketing strategy like you see a lot of those online schools, right? So I did my research, and then I came up, and when I look at CCI, I could see like, okay, first thing, I had first-hand testimonials from friends I trust who were actually alumni of the program, quite coincidental. Then I look at the trainers' profiles, they all look pretty experienced and held significant roles in the local coaching community, right? So they gave me a bit of assurance that, okay, I think they know what they're doing. And lastly, I'm glad to know that it's fully based in Singapore. Coaching is a very personal thing. So I'll very much prefer something that is based here, so that there's an opportunity for me to meet and interact with not just my trainers, but also like my fellow classmates. It was a pretty good experience over the past 6 months. It's also one of the most intense programs that I've taken part in my life so far, right? But it was a really, really very valuable experience. There was a lot of space for us to practice, not only during the learning sessions itself, but also like in between sessions, to let us internalize what we learned. So they broke down the entire coaching process into various phases, right? And I thought that was helpful to let us expose bit by bit and slowly get more confident in our skills. There were also a lot of opportunities for us to demonstrate our learning, and that was very good because you get to have live feedback on the spot, and I found it extremely valuable. The trainers, they knew what they were doing. All of us were assigned to a mentor coach, and that was very, very important as well, because you get to deep dive into certain challenges and topics, and they were always very open to take questions from us and share their own unique perspectives. One of the things that I truly appreciate through this program is to develop all these relationships with my fellow classmates. When you're going through something tough with a bunch of people, and you're all going through the same kind of challenges, there's a very comforting feeling that you're not alone. So I'm glad that my cohort mates were all equally enthusiastic, equally also fun to hang out with. And the cool thing is they all come from different backgrounds, right? So you all get like slightly different perspectives to give you a really holistic kind of feedback system. Right? It almost like that inner voice that sometimes you talk to yourself in the mind. That voice almost speaks like a different language now. So ever since becoming a trained coach, it's really and the way we question ourselves, right, it's really broadened my perspective, and I would say it's also opened up new doors of opportunity, or what I can do in my life, both at work and outside of work in my personal life. I feel like I've grown so much with the skills, and you really get to open up your perspective. There's so much going on around you, and then what you're going through, what you're seeing, just one small part about in this big world. So it's really made me feel a lot more grounded. I feel like I know I could understand the world a bit better, right? Which then helps me also then help others. Like you're able to just take in all these different learnings, experiences, and express them in a way that is helpful for them. The first is, how much do they want to improve the way they communicate with themselves and also the people around them. Second, how important is this aspect of their lives is to them. And thirdly, how much are they willing to change in order to make this a reality? Because things will change. If you really want to be a good coach, I think fundamentally there needs to be a bit of a shift inside all of us. So they need to consider these 3 questions very carefully, right? This is a very intense course, and I'll dare say it's not for the faint or half-hearted. You really need to commit yourself fully into the program, and even like outside of the program, if you want to really become a good coach. So if they can do this and they are willing to do this, then it'll be a good experience for them. And I believe like CCI would be a great platform for them to do so based on like the reasons that I've shared before.